is time. Get your Arizona Concealed Carry Permit now with Arizona Concealed Carry Permit by Zanna Enterprises, LLC. Become a more responsible and educated gun owner. Carry legally concealed in 35 states. Carry permitted in restaurants where alcohol is served. Learn where and how you can legally carry a firearm in Arizona. Learn where you can use deadly force. Where can you display your gun or not for self-defense? Learn how to deal with law enforcement while carrying a firearm. Learn how to be aware of your surroundings and how to avoid a confrontation. Buy your gun without waiting for a background check. Get your Arizona Concealed Carry Permit now. Go to www.azccw.us. Go to www.azccw.us. Free for single mothers and people with disabilities.
Here we go, guys and girls. You're listening to Love, Guns and Freedom with Luca Zanna. This is an emergency broadcast. And this is exactly the second hour. As you know, you will listen to this show probably on Sunday. I hope so. And unfortunately, many things might have happened between or meanwhile in the country, especially in some parts of the country at this point. But what I really believe at this point, the next few hours, 9/11, it's happening. More may happen. This is the hour normally I talk about guns. But when it comes down to guns, I also try to talk about preparedness. How to prepare the best way we can. Because what's happening right now, I really believe is something that this country had never really faced it. We had never faced something like this. I talked to you before during the first hour, bringing evidence and facts. I really believe that these natural disasters, maybe they're not that natural. We know for sure that weather modification is a science. There are patents, and they are also used as weapons. I will bring you more documents during the final hour with this Army veteran from the Canadian Army who's bringing documents, patents, and different official documents that really prove that there is this technology. They can create natural disasters, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes. So that's a fact. Now, this hour I want to talk about what can you do, what can we do as a regular people to try to prepare in a way that, at least we can take care of our family. At least we can take care of our family. We have to do something. At the end, I say there is a plan above us, things that we cannot change, things that we cannot control, and that's fine. At that point, I leave you in the hands of your God or gods, wherever you believe. But meanwhile, I believe that your God will tell you, you gotta do your best. We have to do our best. There is an expression, help yourself and God will help you. I believe in that. So we have to do something here. We have to do something here. So there is something we can prepare. I tell you, I have family members right now, especially one family member, but his family is exactly in the heart, or maybe in the eye of this disaster in Florida, Miami. And I wish they would have heard me. Sometimes I feel very powerless. I feel frustrated. I'm trying to share this information and warn people out there who I don't even know. And then I have members in my family who don't listen. Or at least, whatever. That's not going to happen to me. That's paranoia. You don't need a gun. Fine. I wish I were wrong. I wish I was wrong, excuse me. Okay, this is the hour I want to tell you as much as I can because we got to learn from this disaster. As I said, listen to the final hour and you will see what I think about really who is behind, but now we got to find a way to prepare. Number one, what do we need? We need a safe place. There are some parts, some things that we can do, some things that unfortunately we cannot really challenge the force of nature or whatever is still force of nature, even if it's manipulated. Sometimes there is nothing you can do. when we have a class 5 hurricane, I'm sorry, your regular, even steel building is not going to make it. You need to have some sort of a real underground facility made with some specs that will eventually, survive this. Anything above ground can be very useless. At the same time, you got to also consider you may not have that. So what do? Well, if you're on flat land, I'm sorry, probably you're screwed. Try to find places like shelters, yes, but be sure that the shelters are made with a chance to survive it. Otherwise, you're better off you find your own shelter. Cement is your friend. Still, even if you are in an apartment made of cement or a building made of cement, the skeleton may survive, but everything inside may be sucked out. Yes, I mean, even if you have these special shutters, when we have a class 5 hurricanes, I'm sorry, that's not going to be enough to keep things inside. They're going to get ripped. So you need to have a plan. How can you somehow survive that extraction? So that's the first thing. Figure it out. Find a way if you can anchor yourself somewhere. I know it sounds scary. It's not even going to be a few seconds, maybe minutes or hours. I don't know. Another important thing, maybe people don't think about that. Helmets. The first part you're going to be really get hurt if you get smashed back and forth on the wall is going to be your head. Try to remove everything that could be, let's say, exploding on your face, glasses, things like that. But also make your room as safe as possible without things with corners. And I'm not kidding. Get a helmet and wear it. Something could save your life. Get goggles for your eyes. Something could save your life. I mean, you can stay maybe a few minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour being, blown out in a room. But at least if you can save your eyes, you can save your head, you have a chance to survive. So that's first thing. Believe it or not, before even we go into guns, right now, this is the time where you need a helmet, my opinion. You need a mask for the face, something that could protect you from debris. And also you need a pair of ballistic goggles that could protect your eyes. Without your eyes, you cannot see. You're blind. You're completely defenseless. As I said, you need a place where to hide. At least wait that this hurricane, this disaster is going through. I don't know, but it depends at this point where you can find it. All I know that you gotta think ahead. The last place you want to stay is on the open. There is no way you can survive on the open. The other option would be government shelters. I say yes, and also I say be careful. That would be the last resort, in my opinion. Because the problem is government shelters, who's going to be there. Normally people maybe who don't have cars. People maybe that they are really desperate. And you don't really know who's going to be next to you. Let's not forget Katrina. In the stadium, people got raped in front of other people. People died. When you put too many people in the same place, you're going to see, unfortunately, mechanism of aggressivity and behavior that can be scary. Probably you're not going to have guns or any type of way to defend yourself, but at the same time, you know very well that they may have guns. But more important, they don't even need guns. Evil people, especially when they work in a gang, more than one, normally they stick together. They will kill you, rape you, and do everything they can. And probably you will not find law enforcement there. This is not guarantee. Think about it. You have policemen, officers, and they have their families too. So probably they're going to be there with their families. So as I said, try to find your own place ahead of time. But don't get stuck in the middle of the highway, especially when you're running out of gas. If you can, there are some point that class 5 hurricanes, category 5, there is nothing really you can do. You can pray. That's it. Even the cement and all this stuff, you may not be able. But still, at least try to have a chance. Maybe you're not going to get hit by a 5, you may be hit by a 4. So try to make at least your room inside this building. If you have a chance to live at least in a cement building made with code to sustain category 4, make it at least in a way that you have your room safe. Remove corners, remove things you may trip, or even, remember, it's going to be no electricity. You may hurt yourself. It's going to be shaking down. Windows, you need to find a way to close these windows as much as you can. Even if you have to put furniture or something, that's going to be the problem. They're going to be somehow, this pressure is going to be sucking things out of the building. So that's for starter. Now, if you can, stay away from ground levels. Water, it may come, and you could be underwater. So you need to stay at least 20 feet above the water. Now, you don't want to even be too high. You don't want to be the last floor. Said that, once you're in, you need as much as you can to be ready to stay by yourself on your own for at least 2 weeks. People say 2 weeks. Yes, you don't know really when next help is going to come. Maybe 3 days, maybe a week. But what if it's more than a week? First of all, water. There is no way you're going to live without water, especially in an environment like hot and humid. More probably than 2 days. After 1 day without water, when you are in a humid environment, you may already start to losing it, going crazy. So, storage in water, yes, it's one good idea. But unfortunately, you need to think beyond that. As I said many times, also during the first hour, a water purification system, and I don't care which brand, I'm not selling anything here, okay? I don't get paid, this is not an ad. I just tell you from the bottom of my heart, spend a couple $100 with some purification system, especially gravity system like the Berkey or the ProPure. They are the best. Try to get one made of steel, so it's stronger. You don't need to stress out. Now, water, it's life. So look, we didn't talk about guns yet. Yes, we will go there, but without water, you're not going to even need a gun because you're going to be dead before you can use it to defend yourself. That's the bottom line. The best weapon is prevention. Don't forget. Okay? Prevention. So, you need to have water. As I said, purification system is a must. You can at least get water, even if you have to, from the toilet, from anywhere. Okay? You need to think about that. Because when there is no electricity, I got news for you, there is no running water anymore. Okay? That's the bottom line. So you need to find water wherever you can. Could be the fountain, could be the swimming pool, could be anywhere. But at least with the purification system, you have a chance. Number 2, you need to have food, of course. But you can stay without food even a week. That's not the problem. But still, you need food to keep your body energetic. To have a 24 hours detox or whatever you want to call it, that's fine. But after, you need to start eating again. Otherwise, you will lose energy. So start to think about food that gives you energy, nourishment. And since now you could have a chance to buy it in a way that you don't buy garbage. Try to stay away from things full of chemicals that make you sick. Buy food that you could storage and you would use always anyway, without even waiting for the end of the world. There are many things, many options out there right now. Even dry food. You can find good quality, even GMO free. But you need to have some food. Stay away from cans if you can, because cans normally take a lot of space. They're heavy to carry. Get something that's dry, even jerky, or anything could be, nuts. Something to give you nourishment and at the same time give you calories, and you can have at least something to live meanwhile. So water and food are must, but you need also to think about, you need to find a way that your place, I don't care if it's an apartment or a house or a garage or some sort of underground shelter that you own, is safe. And what is the best defense you have? Not being detected. After when the storm is out, after when all this nightmare of the weather will pass through, if you make it alive, the worst is not over yet. Beside, of course, the problem that we may have thinking about, water and food, that's something you can take care right now. The real problem could be looting. People are desperate. People will come to your door. They may be good people that are just desperate, or they may be bad people who they were already bad before, and now they're going to be even worse. So how do you even try to defend yourself? You're going to probably be outnumbered anyway. So the first way would be to try to not be detected. If you live in an apartment building, if you make it alive, the first thing you should be able to keep yourself completely stealth. So don't use lights unless you really have to. Completely darken all the windows every way you can. If you have to cook food, well, don't do that. Don't cook. Don't start to make, smells going around the building. Don't start to give up a way that you have electricity. Okay? You need to be as stealth as possible. You want to avoid a confrontation. Number 2, you need to reinforce your entrances. If you live in an apartment, especially, even if you live in a home, if you live in a regular house or in a regular apartment, your door is just a joke, is an illusion. Normally we have a door because we just keep good people away. The real bad people, the door is a joke, unless you have a reinforced frame, a reinforced door. So you gotta somehow put something between you and that door. If they try to kick that door, you must have at least some pieces of furniture you can ready to cram there immediately. You're not gonna find a piece of furniture when somebody's pushing or kicking the door. It must be already there. That's very important. Very important. Now, we go into the guns part. But before I said you need to prepare all this, another very important thing you need is communication. First of all, you need to know what's going on out there with the world. You need to have a radio. Yes, any radio could do it, but batteries will die. So I will always say have a crank up radio, or even a solar battery radio, but crank up are even better. An emergency radio, $30-40. You must have radio. You must know what's going on out there. If he has shortwave frequencies, even better, so you can also capture news from other countries, hopefully. Then you need also communication between you and maybe some of your family members. If you are in the same area, let's say neighborhood, walkie-talkie would be a must. But don't forget, everything you say there will be heard. There are no secure lines. So don't give information that could be compromising, like names, like addresses, like what you have or what you don't have. Looters may have radios too. Okay? So find your way to communicate in a safe way. Very important thing. Lighting. You need lights. You need lights. But more important, you need my opinion. Something that normally the average person don't have, because you think you don't need that. After all, we live in a civil society. We are not going to war. But you never think that things may happen. You need a night vision system. Because if you have a light and you're looking for something in the middle of the night or hear a noise, the moment that you turn the light on, you will attract income fire. You will attract curiosity. You will attract attention. So sometimes it's good to be able to see out there in the darkness without being seen. So there are, like right now outside there, even just very economical systems of monocular, $100-150. You can get a generation 1, very inexpensive, cheap night vision. It's a must. You must have at least one. My humble opinion. So before even we go there, we need to think about basic emergency for cuts, laceration, wounds. You may not be trained as a doctor, of course, or as a ER, but the point is, if you have a bleeding part of your arm, of your leg, you must at least stop that, because help may be on the way very, very late, days after. You may already be dead. At least the basics, GARS, system that you can at least control bleeding. I'm not telling you that you're going to be able to learn now to do some sort of, sutures and stitches, but at least the basic emergency to stop bleedings and cuts. Okay? You must. But more important, you try to avoid risk. Try to stay safe. That's the most important thing. That's the best way you can do it. So you don't need to fix yourself, especially when you don't know how to do it. Now, another important thing we go now is firearms. People say, finally, Luca, this is our about guns. Yes, guys, but as I said, if you have no food, if you have no water, if you have not a roof or at least a shelter, guns is not going to be good enough. Now, it's very sad when I hear people, when I hear people who right now, in the middle of Florida, in the middle of this in this middle of this disaster, of this hurricane, still don't have a gun. Don't get me going. I have family members that unfortunately they are like that. It's a little too late. But I'm talking right now, people that they are maybe listening to the show. Maybe they never thought about a gun. Maybe they hate a gun. That's fine. I'm not telling you gotta like anything. But at least think about like you have a spare tire. You don't like to have a flat. Nobody likes to have a flat. But in case you have a flat tire, well, you have at least a tire to change. And maybe you also know how to use the spare tire. Same story with guns. The problem is going to happen after the real disaster, the real physical hit of this hurricane. The worst is not over. Forget about lack of electricity. No sewer system working. You better be ready to dump your poop and peep, whatever, outside the window. You don't want to leave it in the house because you're going to be sick then. Not just the smell, it's going to be diseases. But also don't forget, water, as I said, but at the same time, you're going to have the next stage. It's going to be looters. There are two different types of looters. Desperate looters. They're normally decent human beings, but they will do things that probably they would never do in their life. Moved by desperation. People may change. And then there are, of course, the professional criminals that they will have a very great time preying on innocent, preying on people who normally never had to face a situation like this. And they will still live in denial because after all, they are nice people. It can happen to them, right? They don't care. This is not a video game. This is not about playing fair. They will kill you. They will rape you. They will get your stuff and they will probably enjoy it. And probably if they're alive, they will be so happy and jazzed up that they will think, wow, this is really going to be a great day for the criminals. Because every thugs out there will survive an event like that. They will feel so full of themselves that they will almost like having superpower. After all, they are the predators. And they will go after anything they can. Remember, they used to do this before even, when they were still law and order. Now that there is no law and order, at least for a few days or maybe weeks, they can pretty much do whatever they want. So this is something to think about it. Now, that's why you must have firearms. If you have to have one thing only, let's start from the most important emergency thing you must have. One. Let's say all you have. People may say a handgun. You know what? I say a rifle. I said many times, no war was ever won with a handgun. People say, but look, we're not going to war. We're just defending our homes or maybe our apartment. That's fine. I still want to have the most powerful tool I can have as a civilian. And the handgun is not the most powerful tool. Fact. I carry a handgun only because I cannot carry the rifle all day long. It's too heavy, maybe too big to hide, to conceal. So what do? I carry my handgun because at least my rifle is no more than 5 rounds away from me. Yes, 5 rounds. I can be able to shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and meanwhile I should be able to reach my rifle. That's what it is about. Yes. If you can, have both, for sure. Because you must always carry your handgun. When you are in your apartment, when you are in your home, wherever you are, you always have your handgun on you. Period. People say, well, it's a little paranoid. Guess what? Doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want. This is reality. You're living right now like you are in war zone. They can knock your door immediately anytime. They can take you off guard anytime. You after all, just you with your wife and maybe your children or your child. So that's my point. You don't know what's coming. So at least you have a chance, having the handgun on you, you will have a chance to react as fast as you can. You cannot, the worst thing would be that you are on your property, on your place, wherever, and in 3 seconds or less, they can knock everything down. And you have no even a way to reach for your firearm. So a handgun would be the first thing I always would have on me, period. Now second thing you should have, it's a rifle to have close to you. Now which rifle at this point, anything is better than nothing. But let's be fair and honest here. Semi-automatic, it's the must. Bolt action is not really the first choice here. Bolt action would be as a second potential rifle. As a high power rifle. If I really had to choose between right now the two best options, I would go would be one, the AR-15. I don't care which brand, but get something that works, that's for sure. The Don't Tread on Us platform that you can find ar15shop.us. It's one option, it's economical. The polymer lower is amazing. But more important now, you need to find whatever you can find. An AR-15 that is stable. It's solid and is going to be able to do not fail. Okay? You need firepower. You need at least 30 rounds magazine. You need more than one magazine. Why? Because when they may come in group. They may come that you don't know how many. You're not going to have a chance to reload sometimes, especially if you are not trained. So, that's a must. You must have a rifle. Second option would be also an AK-47 style semi-automatic rifle. Problem with that is recoil is little more. Maybe not everybody can, control an AK-47 7.62x39, but everybody, even women and children, can control 5.56 or 223 Remington, excuse me. Okay, that's a fact. So that's very important. And why the rifle? Because first of all, not just the ballistic power that you have out of a rifle, that's a must. But also the idea that you can control your enemies, your aggressor from distance. Remember during the riots in Los Angeles, I was in Italy at the time, but the point is, the only people who were able to defend their businesses and their lives, they were the merchants, mostly Koreans, on top of their buildings with their AR-15s or rifles. Because, you can, even if you're not very trained, with a rifle, you have much better chances to hit your opponents, your aggressor, even 300-400 yards. Even without training, you can hit them. Or at least they can see the bullets coming close. Okay, that's bad enough for them. Handgun, are you kidding me? The average person cannot be probably more than 25-30 yards, and that's stretching it. So that's a must. You must have a rifle. Now, when I say rifle, for short, intermediate distances, a 5.56, 223, it's great. Or even a 7.62x39. But if you need to have an high power rifle, let's say really you are alone at that point. People need to understand the National Guard may not even be around. You may be really surrounded by gangs. There are already gangs out there, guys, believe it or not. And now for them it's Christmas time. They can go out shopping without the consequences of law enforcement. Think about it. So you on your own, everything you have at this point is going to be whatever you bought. So you need also an high power rifle. I would go for a bolt action. As I said many times, you don't need to spend much money. Even a Mosin Nagant, 7.62x54 Russian, $150 to $200 rifle tops could be what save you between you and a bunch of gangs, because that rifle can knock down cars, can knock down trucks, engines. Because the 5.56 is good on flash, it's good on bodies, but beyond 200 yards you start to lose the type of power that you need. And more important, through objects and obstacles, they don't have anymore that type of, they don't do the work anymore. That's the reality. That's why every gun, every caliber has a situation. That's the point. You need an high power rifle, but at least if you have one rifle only, get something between AR-15 or an AK-47 platform, please. I don't even tell you how many ammo. You get whatever you can. Now at this point, at least something. You need to have at least 200-300 rounds on you. I'm not even saying stash. You need to have a way you can be able to load up a few magazines on you. But at least have something. Now, shotgun. Yes, in ideal world, if you need to prepare for everything, you should also have a shotgun. And let me tell you exactly why. Think about it. They try to breach your door. You live in an apartment. They try to knock down through that alley, through the gate that separates you from your property to them, from them. Shotgun hole is one of the most powerful tools. Yeah, the handgun can hurt, but you're shooting one bullet at a time. And after all, they are somehow substandard, they're not as powerful as a shotgun or a rifle would be. Even the rifle is a powerful tool. But when you have that type of aggression through, let's say, specific, location, like could be a gate, a door, an entrance, the shotgun is one of the most powerful things you could use. Because you can direct the firepower in that corner, in that some sort of a channeling. And you could really stop almost any type of attack, especially with the right shot shells. So that's the point. Back shots are a must. You must have back shots. I've said, during the regular days, you could buy right now ammunition for really affordable prices. I mean, I just bought for $85. I think less than that. $65, 250 back shots. $65, 250 back shots with another $15 or $20 shipping, $85 altogether. Military grade back shots. 250 rounds could save your life, really, especially in a disaster like this. Just to have a shotgun, just to be able to know how to use it. And if they know that you have a shotgun, the regular scumbag, I would say, let's not go there. Okay? So please, shotguns are also very affordable. And why I'm saying all this, after all, maybe some of you, they're screwed right now. They don't have a shotgun, they don't have a gun, they maybe don't have water. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you now. All I hope and pray you make it and you learn from this. You learn from this. That's all I hope. And when you come back to reality, you will start to look at reality in a different way. And you don't gonna get the arrogance to say, oh, you see, everything is okay. No, I was blessed. I was a miracle. I'm a living miracle. So my point is, you need to use that opportunity now to learn what you need to do next. You need to do this next. If you are not doing it yet, let's say right now you live in a place that nothing happening yet. After all, you don't live in Florida. Or after all, you don't live in California where there is, earthquakes or things like that. Guess what? Tomorrow could be another thing. Tomorrow could be an EMP. Tomorrow could be a natural disaster of different level. You don't know. You must have this basic preparation. So I really say, please, shotgun is a must. Shotgun is a must. And I'm not even going now into the way training. Training, that's something as valuable as that gun that you have. Because if you have a shotgun, or if you have a rifle, you don't even know how to load it up. You don't even know how to be safe with that. You're probably going to be harmful to yourself and to your family or to some innocent there. So you must, whatever guns you buy, you must go through some basic training, at least to be able to operate it, load it, unload it, and be sure that you can at least aim and hit a target. And this is just for average situation, okay? I'm not talking about you having any special, skills right now. At least some basic would save your life. Between that and nothing could be a saving factor. I'm really getting to a point that, I'm stressed out. Not for me, of course. I mean, yes, I'm not saying things cannot happen here, but I'm mostly stressed out for all the people right now that are not prepared. And I also have family members, as I said, as we speak. So this is something we need to start to consider. What to do, how to prepare, okay? Because time is the essence now. Things are happening. And as I said during my first hour, and also as I said during my final hour, I believe, yes, there are some elements that are just, let's say, act of God. But also I believe that right now there is more than just God work. Right now what I really believe it's happening, it's manipulation by the elite to create chaos. Because after all, they will create the new world order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. That's what they do. That's what they do. So whatever we're going to face the next few weeks or months is not going to be an accident. It's not going to be any type of mistake, This is going to be something that really we have no idea how big can be. I really believe, by the way, we are living in a plan right now to by the elite, created by the elite, to create chaos and destruction, and out of these ashes, create a new world order. That's what they try to do. And as I said, Trump is not perfect. Things I don't agree with him, things that unfortunately has been changing. But at the same time, I believe that somehow they will use him as the scapegoat. And they will use him also, in my opinion, to really, let's say, blame it on him, and everything's going to be happening under him. So we have a Korea situation that is not by accident happening. I really believe that Korea is exactly the boogeyman that the global elite is being feeding, financing. Let's not forget who gave the nukes to the North Korea government. It was during the Clinton administration. Okay? That's our tax dollar at work. And now they can use that against us. So it's not an accident, okay? It's not an accident. Not is an accident here. So think about this. Now they can unleash the dog. Think about it. So we have to prepare for the worst. I hope next Sunday I'm going to be on the air. I really do. Because I don't know what's going to happen right now, day by day. I cannot be so arrogant to say, I'll see you next Sunday. That would be a very arrogant thing to say. So we got to be prepared for everything. Even here in Arizona. People say, oh, we are far away from Florida, far away from Texas. Yes. But don't forget, martial law can happen anywhere, nationwide. All they need is an excuse. All they need is a factor. Under martial law, you cannot go anymore to Walmart or to your gun shop to buy your guns or to buy your ammunition. So whatever you're going to do, you better do it now. That's all I'm saying. Use this terrible disaster as an opportunity to somehow have a chance to do what you have to do for yourself and for your family. You owe it. You owe it to your family. That's the fact. Even if you hate guns, I don't care. Think about you hate guns, that's fine. You don't need to like guns. You don't need to go to bed with guns. In bed with guns. But you need to, you need to understand that gun may save your life. And more important, there is things be worse than death. Death, it's very bad, of course. But if you believe that there is an afterlife, can be not that bad. The problem is living as a complete slave, living as no dignity, not even having water to drink or eating things that right now would be completely not even able to think. We Americans, and more important, you guys that you were born here. I was born in Italy, and more important, I heard stories from my grandfather. It wasn't a Great Depression. There was starvation during the war. Starvation when there is no more economy because everything is completely bombed. People eating things that you don't want to talk about it, especially on the air. So we need to think about the worst. So that can be very bad, but being raped, being tortured can be worse. So you better understand that concept. the freaks out there, the gangs, the people who are somehow psychopaths, they will enjoy and love situations like this. And they will want to have every edge they can. So you better start to have guns and training, beyond, of course, the basic preparation. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, I had a show here, with already prepared for next Sunday. I mean, from this Sunday. And I had to change everything. As I said, this is an emergency broadcast. I hope next Sunday we're going to all be here. I hope this storm and these hurricanes and all people in Texas, they're going to be somehow find some peace. I hope. But unfortunately, some of us will not make it. That's a fact. That's not even an option. The devastation that will go through the next few hours is going to be something that we have no idea because never really happened before. So we got to see what happens. Meanwhile, for all of us, or of us, could be, maybe not even me. I don't know. I'm not that arrogant. I have no idea. But for all the people who are going to make it, we better have a chance to understand the things we need to improve for our families, for our securities. And first thing, as I said, we need guns. But we need beyond guns. We need training, we need water, we need communication, we need shelter, we need food. And we need sort of a way to be able to see. Lighting, and also night vision is a must. Now, I'm going to give you a break. Because sometimes I feel like a crazy person talking to myself. I just hope at least I was able to give you some sort of, let's say, food for thoughts. And many of you already know this stuff. I know that many of my listeners already are prepared. And that's fine, guys. I'm not trying to preach to the choirs here. But I want to try to reach out people right now, for example, like I had my first guest today, the first hour. Great lady. She's smart, by the way. She knows what's going on. But I was cringy when I heard, do you have any firearm? Oh, not really. And then after she said, oh, yeah, we have something called a Ruger. Probably don't even know if a handgun, rifle. The point is, come on. When you're smart, you know what's going on. You know that would be the first thing you should start to think right now. After all, you don't live on a castle. Even if you were in a castle, they can breach the doors and the gates and the walls. But you live in a regular home. When people are going to be hungry and thirsty, they will knock that door. And they may just break that door. They may just break the windows and burn you alive if you don't get out and give them everything you want. That's the reality. So you better have a rifle. At least one. More than one. Little break. Then we continue the hour. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna. May God help us.
Don't tread on us.
Do you want social justice? Now I give you social justice. The Zanna way. Don't trade on us. The Freedom Rifle by Zanna. The most affordable military-grade semi-automatic AR-15 rifle in M4 configuration. Chambered in 223 Wild that can shoot both 5.56 NATO and 223 Remington. 4 minutes of angle for just $499. Made in the USA. Get your Freedom Rifle now. We need every law-abiding American armed with knowledge and at least one military rifle ready to defend good against evil. With every Don't Tread on Us rifle, you will get free parchment replica of the United States Constitution, free digital CD Don't Tread on Us, free ebook How to Become a Rifleman, free t-shirt Slaves Are Never Armed, I Am Not a Slave, free 30 rounds magazine where allowed by the law, free laser engraved ejection port Don't Tread on Us for just $499. Go to www.freedomrifle.com www.freedomrifle.com. Get your Freedom Rifle now.
We are back into the studio. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna. This is the second hour, the hour about guns. As I said, this is a different broadcast. I had to rearrange the whole show because of what's happening right now in America and also, I believe, around the world. Because it's not just an accident. It is not just, we cannot just look at the individual things. We need to look at the big picture here. As I said, Houston, Texas, all that area, That's not just an accident. Then you have the same time you have the East Coast, Florida. That's not just an accident. We have, today, North Korea going crazy and playing, crazy doctor, crazy scientist with nukes. That's not an accident. All we need now is it's an EMP or a false flag or anything that could be sort of World War III like, and bang, we're gonna go in a place that we've never been there before. Martial law on steroids. Now, I pray nothing's gonna happen. I hate this. This is not a game. I don't feel good to even talk about these things. I hope I'm just wrong, and I hope we're all wrong when it comes down to this. I hope somehow gonna be some sanity. We're gonna avoid the worst, but we cannot sometimes control all these events. But we must prepare. Right now, we still have a chance. I hope we have more time. I hope you listen to my first part of this hour and trying to figure it out. Oh, I need to go shopping. I need some guns. I need ammunition. I need some gears. I need communications. I need water. I need food. I need shelter. I need even basic protection for my head. I need how to fix myself in case I have to. Government is not going to be there for you or for me when there is an emergency. They cannot save everybody. Government just can save itself. That's the only function of FEMA, is to protect the government. The rest is just part of the show because they are sucking billions and trillions out of us. But the real purpose of FEMA is to protect the government itself. And trust me, even if they wanted to help us all, they couldn't. Okay? So what can we do now? We got to start to look for training. And I want to give you an opportunity. And it's free. You don't even need to pay a dime. There is no excuse. There is an event that I am creating in collaboration with Against All Enemies gun shop in Lake Havasu City. Patrick is the owner. And the event is called Free Gun Safety. Free gun safety, completely free. 100% free. And what I want to say that, because this is something that you must understand. You can have all the guns you want, okay? But if you do not know how to be safe with those, you're going to be a liability. You probably better not have them, because you may probably hurt yourself or hurt an innocent. That's a fact. So, I hope you can at least start to think how to learn how to be safe. And guess what? You have no excuses. We give you a 100% free class. And when I say free, I say many times also, this is not a hype. This is not government saying it's free when meanwhile they're stealing from somebody else. No, this is really free because it is called free market. There are sponsors involved. Against All Enemies is paying the bill for that. And this is very important. You should know. And when is this class? It's exactly September the 16th, Saturday, from 9 to 12 p.m. Okay? So, get this opportunity. Seriously, take this opportunity. I mean, there is no excuse. Please, contact Patrick, Against All Enemies, 2152 McCulloch Boulevard, North, Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Phone number 928-444-5778. 928-444-5778. It is the first step to become a responsible gun owner. And I make it easy for you. It's free. So please, get this opportunity. When I go through this class, by the way, we go through everything. It is not just like, a handgun. No, we go through shotguns. Every type of shotgun. Semi-automatic, pump action, rifle, bolt action, AR-15 platform, AK-47 platform. Doesn't matter. Then we go, of course, handguns. And more important, the general, universal rules of gun safety. And everything else between. Also the range. I also give you gun safety rules for the range. So this is very important. I would like really to have you there. It's limited seats, okay? We don't have unlimited seats. So please call Against All Enemies. Think now all these people in Florida who have no guns, they maybe start to realize they wish they thought about buying a gun, and they could go back in time and say, you know what, not only I want to buy a gun, but also Zanna is offering me a free gun safety class. I would take it immediately. There is no excuse. Seriously. And then if you come and you already know this stuff, that's great. I hope so. I hope you know. I hope you know more than I do. I don't like to be the guy that knows the most, because I want every law-abiding person out there to know what's going on, to be responsible gun owners. We need more responsible gun owners out there. That's the fact. That's the only way we're going to be able to save our society from evil. Now, a good thing about the Florida state, okay? It's a good thing, at least. The governor of Florida, he signed an executive order that under this sort of natural disaster emergency, automatically law-abiding people can carry a gun without permit. That's really, really good. Congratulations. Governor of Florida, normally I'm not really crazy about him. There are things that, Governor Scott, I don't agree with. But now I'm focusing on these things. I think it's a very incredible thing. There was, by the way, signed in 2015. Governor Scott signed Florida Emergency Concealed Carry Bill. It will now be legal for gun owners in the Sunshine State to temporarily carry concealed handguns without a permit during periods when the sun isn't shining so bright. Okay? Now the law is a measure to allow law-abiding citizens without concealed carry licenses to bear arms during declared mandatory evacuations. That's a must. Remember in Katrina, exactly the opposite. Louisiana, the governor, the mayor, they wanted all guns must be confiscated. Okay, instead here, say, hey, if you're a law-abiding person, please carry and carry responsibly. You may be the person saving the day, saving an innocent, saving, eluding from a rape, from a murder. So please, it's a great bill. I say we should have we don't need concealed carry permit period like in Arizona or Vermont or Alaska, but that's fine. It's a great start. So as hurricane season approaches, it's critical that our rights are protected during natural disasters, advised Senator Jeff Brains, Republican from Petersburg, in a statement. With the signing of SB 290, all lawful gun owners will be permitted to carry a concealed weapon if they are complying with the mandatory evacuation during a state of emergency. This is great. SB 290. So, know your rights. It's a right. You shouldn't be even needing this, but that's okay. At least you have much better chance in this state of Florida to carry a gun if you're a law-abiding person than other places. Okay? Where only the bad people we allow to carry guns. Now, what can I say, guys? As you can hear, this show is going to be very different, at least not the typical format. Final hour, I have an incredible guest. Don't go away. He's a former military, 25-year-old in the Canadian Army. A lot of information and documents to make you think, really, what's happening with these natural disasters. Are they really natural? We'll find out. Meanwhile, I want to say something. I don't even know if today why I'm on the show. I have a lot of personal things to take care. I have, as I said, a family member is in Florida right now, exactly Miami. If I had a jet, if I have access to a private jet, I would just go and get him. Can't even get that. So I'm really concerned. Maybe I should just take care of myself. The problem now is I say I'm here because my goal is try to warn everybody I can about things are happening. And that things may be too late, I don't know. But I think there is still hope. Till there is life, there is hope. And the hope we have now is at least the hope to learn from our mistakes or the things we didn't do when we had a chance. That's why I'm here. So don't take this opportunity for granted. We are here, Use this opportunity that I give you today, the learning experience. If you make it through these disasters and you didn't prepare yourself, start to have a change your attitude, start to think about like this now. Now, another important thing, please. I need your help. This show, takes a lot of my personal time. I could use this time right now to take care of myself, seriously. I have so many things. I don't want anything for myself. I just hope you can help me to keep this show going for the show itself. How can you do that? There are many ways you can. I don't even believe in advertisement anymore. You support, please, K-Talks if you're a local sponsor. I really hope you do. And more important, if you are, let's say, a consumer support the sponsor for K-Talks. My show is an independent show. And what I'm saying here now, I hope you can support this show directly going to www.zanna.us. Zanna.us. And why is important? You can do that with just 99 cents. Download any of my songs. Then you can find my coffee there. There is a link, Zanna Coffee, zannacoffee.com. Or attend any of my classes, CCW classes. Or buy my ebooks. Go on Amazon, put my name, Luca Zanna. The reason why I'm saying that, because if you want to keep this format completely free, I cannot go out there sometime to ask for sponsors when they don't like my topic. They may say, you know what, you're out of your mind. I don't want you to talk about this. How dare you even considering that chance or your public opinion, your personal opinion about the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. We can talk about here anything we want. I discuss sometimes myself. I doubt myself sometimes. So all I care is we say the truth. That's it. So all I'm saying now, you can make this show, you can keep this show being free. I need your help. www.zanna.us. You can download any of my songs for just 99 cents and everything else. Be ready for our number 3 special guest from Ontario, Canada. And all out there, my brothers and sisters in freedom, anybody, even if you don't like me, even if I don't like you, I don't care. I consider you as a human beings. I hope you're safe. That's all I can say. I hope you're all safe. Your families are safe. You can take care of yourself. And may God, or the gods, depends whatever you believe, help us.
Awaken the warrior in you with Scotty. The new AR-15 rifle by Zanna Enterprises LLC. I am Scotty. Norse goddess of winter, hunting, and just revenge. I am Scotty. I am chambered in 223 wild and can shoot 556 NATO and 223 Remington. My trigger is crisp and fast. An average of 4 pounds out of the box. Call me a fast girl. I can shoot over 5 rounds in 1 second. But I'm focused too. With only iron sights and no bench, I can hit 1 square inch at 25 yards. I bow down to no one. I'm independent. I am fierce. I am a warrior. I am Scotty. The new AR-15 rifle by Zanna Enterprises LLC. Find me at www.ar15shop.us.
You're listening to Love, Guns and Freedom with Luca Zanna on United States.fm network.